Hello everyone, my name is Deepak Mani and today we are going to discuss the application of matrices for solving a system of linear equations. For this, we first learn to convert the given system of equations in the form of a matrix equation. So let us consider two linear equations in x and y. This is first equation, a1x plus b1y is equal to c1, and this is second equation, a2x plus b2y is equal to c2. And here we are going to find the value of x and y. So for that we have to convert these equations into matrix form. So these equations can be written as these two matrices. These two equal matrices. This is column matrix of order 2 by 1. This is also column matrix of order 2 by 1. And the corresponding elements of these two column matrices are same. That means here the value of a1x plus b1y is c1 by using this equation. And a2x plus b2y is equal to c2 according to this equation. Now this matrix can be expressed as product of two matrices like this. Okay. And now this is matrix of coefficient. This is column matrix which is matrix of unknown, and this is also column matrix which is matrix of constant. And these matrices are represented by ax is equal to b, where a is matrix of coefficient in which element placed on first column are coefficient of x, element placed on second column are coefficient of y. Here x is column matrix of order 2 by 1 in which elements placed on this first column are unknowns. Okay, and here b is matrix of constant. It is also column matrix of order 2 by 1. Now consider three equations in an x and y, and we are going to convert these equations in matrix equation. So this is equation number 1, this is equation number 1, 2, this is equation number 3. And now these equations can be written as in this form: ax is equal to b. So here a is matrix of coefficient, x is matrix of unknowns, and b is matrix of constant. So here a is this matrix, x is this matrix, and b is this matrix. Here a is matrix of coefficients of unknown x, y, z, in which first column element placed on first column are coefficient of x, element placed on second column are coefficient of y, and element placed on third column are coefficient of z. So remember one point: if the solution of the three equations exists, then the matrix A must be non-singular. That means A is non-singular. That means it is possible to find the inverse of matrix A. Okay. That means the solution of these equations exists if this matrix A is non-singular. Okay. Now there are two methods for these applications. That means there are two methods. Using these two methods, it is possible to find the solution of the simultaneous equations. Okay. So first one is method of inversion, and second one is method of reduction. And today we are going to discuss the method of inversion. So consider one matrix equation: ax is equal to b. So we all know a is matrix of coefficient, x is matrix of unknown, and b is matrix of constant. Okay. And since the solution of given equations are exist provided A is non-singular matrix, and A is non-singular matrix, so it is possible to find the inverse of this matrix A. So pre-multiplying both sides of this matrix equation by A inverse, okay, we get this one. Okay, so here matrix multiplication is associative. So this A inverse into AX can be written as A inverse into A x, and which is equal to A inverse into B. And by definition of inverse of a matrix, if the product of matrix and its inverse is identity matrix, so this can be written as I into x is equal to A inverse into B. Now I is identity matrix, so I into x product will be x. So here we get x is equal to A inverse into B. So the formula used to find solutions of simultaneous equations by method of inversion is x is equal to A inverse into B. So to find solution of given simultaneous equations by method of inversion, so first we find the inverse of this matrix A, that is matrix of coefficients, either by using adjoint method or elementary transformation. Okay, and after that, by using this formula, it is possible to find the matrix X, and here matrix X is matrix of unknowns. That means it is possible to find the values of unknowns. So just revise all this point, and tomorrow or in next lecture we are going to find solutions of simultaneous equations by this method of inversion and also by method of reduction. Thank you.